everyone, my name's Maria and I'm the interior designer here at McQueen Building Company. Today I have you guys follow me around so we can see a little bit more about what I do throughout the day. So follow me, let's go. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Ryan. So today we have a lot of things going on. A lot of things happen throughout the days, but since we have a lot of projects at a lot of different stages, you're going to see a lot of what goes on from the beginning to the very end, which is great. So early on in the morning today, we have a client meeting with Catherine, and she's doing a master bath and a kids bath reno as well as her exterior, which is fun. So we have some tile laid out. We'll touch base with Emily, our interior design assistant. We'll go over everything else we're going to show Catherine, and then we'll be ready to go for the meeting. I might want to find a new floor tile to go with the marble selections, but I think we should be good.
Hi, Maria.
How are you?
Good to see you.
Good, thanks for coming in. Nothing's set in stone, so we're here to either make decisions or put ourselves in a better direction. Where are we going to go in the future? Perfect.
Well, thank you guys so much for your time and work and ideas.
Yeah. So now we'll check back and see if we heard back for the field measurements, and then we can send our design quiz. So the purpose of the design quiz is to let the client kind of give us a better idea of their style without actually trying to describe it. Sometimes describing your own style is a little hard. Nobody really knows what their style is, but being able to pick a faucet or a vanity or something like that will kind of help give me a better idea as to what they tend to lean towards. Sometimes they say they like farmhouse, but they're more of a contemporary or transitional. So this is a really good help, and it lets them kind of start the design process a little bit and get them excited. All right, so now we're gonna go meet Ryan in his office. So what we're doing with this one project that we're gonna touch on is, since we're trying to speed it up a little bit to meet with the client's timeline, we're gonna go over a few adjustments we had to do after the PM went and walked the site this morning. So we'll go over that. I'll talk about the changes with him, and then I'll touch base with Emily so she knows what to purchase, and then we'll be smooth sailing from there. So let's see what we've got.
The customer wanted a little more countertop space.
Right.
And obviously this is kind of like a little tight right here. There's not really much room for her to do her makeup and lay her stuff out for her vanity.
Right.
So we kind of came up with the idea. We're actually going to make his vanity a little bit smaller. He doesn't need that much room.
Okay.
And we actually scooted the door over.
Okay, good, yeah.
And then we also resized all the cabinets.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot of counter space. Okay, perfect. Awesome.
Cool.
I'll let Emily know and we'll get going on purchasing.
Cool, awesome.
Cool, thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Thank
All
you.
right. All right, so this field measurement that we're going to is for a project we're going to be starting for Val. And what we're doing is we're going to be redoing her kitchen. We're going to be making a bigger window, what she said she wanted, and then also creating this kind of like a mudroom pool entry area. We have a really good idea already of what she likes because we've been there before. So we'll see. I think she's open to a two-toned island or an island of a different color, so that'll be pretty fun. So we will see. So it's so nice to see you again, and I have to say I haven't been here yet since we finished, and it looks amazing. Oh my gosh, you did a really good job styling it too. This is beautiful. I love the mantle, the built-ins are like my favorite part. So I know we're doing kitchen and a little mudroom area, right?
Yes.
Okay, and I think right now you get a lot of light from your door over here, and so this almost seems like a dark corner. So making that bigger will really bring in the beautiful light you can have.
I love a white cabinet.
Okay.
And then we found, I forget what it's called, something from Sherwin-Williams, some type of
Felted wool.
felted wool, which I've never heard of. So,
I know, right until now, and now it's like the
I
greatest
know,
color ever.
yeah, we put everything together. I'm like,
Right.
wow.
And then I know we were thinking cabinetry all along this wall here and this wall, both.
Correct.
And then the window turns into a door.
Correct.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, that'll be great.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, all the storage. So with that information, Jeff will get the proposal and you'll get the line item proposal. So you can look and see if, if we're a little bit at the top of your budget, you can kind of know which things you want to take out, or if you think you have room, we can kind of add some more things in. So it's kind of like a good spot to get in your sweet spot of budget. So are there any questions you have for me while we're here?
No.
Perfect. All right, well, thank you so much for letting us come in and measure. We're excited to get started. I love Val, she's so sweet and I love her style. Her house looks amazing. I'm so excited to see how the kitchen's gonna turn out. It's going to be perfect. So, today's been pretty busy. Why don't you say we treat ourselves to some Starbucks? We're gonna turn on this cul-de-sac. I have a fear of turning around people's driveways and hitting their mailboxes, so I will take us to the local cul-de-sac.
There you go.
Oh! Hi, how are you?
Good, how about yourself?
I'm good, thank you. Can I have a... Hey Sharon, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How's it
All right.
going?
Pretty good. Can I have a couple checks?
I do.
All right.
So I have a check from Ben, and he
Okay.
paid for a hood upgrade.
Awesome.
So we can get that ordered.
Yes.
And I heard that that's a long lead time.
Yes, we'll get on that as soon as
Okay.
we can.
And then Ashley stopped by and paid for a shower tile upgrade.
Oh, perfect.
So they want to go with the
I'm so glad
fancier,
you know that.
nice tile.
Yes,
It's gonna
that'll
be
be
great.
good. Awesome. So now we're headed off to Jeff's office to do a budget meeting so we can introduce a new proposal to a client.
So here's the deal. Basically, guys, we're about 10,000 over his
Okay.
stretch. Like he
Okay.
literally cannot go. We're at 60. We're at 72 right now, and
Okay.
60 is the max. What other ideas do we have?
Do kind of has that same aesthetic of a floating shelf if we get some nice metal brackets to hold almost like how a floating shelf would look.
Okay.
It's less labor because you're just mounting brackets and you still have that like raw piece of wood or like a barn wood or something. And it'll bring the hardware up the wall too.
Okay. Are we doing that same color hardware on the cabinets anyway, or no?
Yep,
Oh, we are.
black.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ryan, how would we install brackets for these shelves when there's a backsplash floor?
So we have a couple projects that need smaller pieces of countertop, and because of that, we use remnant pieces. So remnant pieces are pieces of countertops that were left over from previous projects. So from there you can choose what he already has, and they're usually at a lower rate because you're not buying a full slab or using a new slab. He already has them on hand. So sometimes it's nice to go out and actually take a look at them in person because, as we all know, pictures are never 100% accurate. All right, so today we're at Collier Stone to go and look over some remnant slabs for some of our clients' future projects. So whenever we're talking about slabs for countertops, we don't just mean your kitchen countertops. We're talking fireplaces, mantles, hearths. There's so many places you can put the stone, and it's so beautiful and a great piece to make a statement. Just look at what's behind us. All right, so what we're doing right now is we're looking at different slabs that Joe has left over from the remnant pieces of kitchens or bathrooms that he's already cut and fitted countertops for. So this one's going to be for 2 vanities and a master bath that we're about to start soon. And they wanted something with a lot of skinny, small veining with it kind of blended into the white. And this is honestly a really great option because you have subtle veining, but you also still have a little bit of detail going on to kind of help bring interest throughout the piece as well.
I've known Jeff for a little over 10 years now. We've done a lot of great projects together. He's put together an amazing team, just second to nobody. And people see all the pretty pictures on Instagram, but that's not really what makes McQueen Building Company. What makes McQueen Building Company is the people.
So as a designer, there are designers who work just with designers, and there are many like that, and they are absolutely great. But I think as a person to work better, I feel like it makes more sense to work with not just another designer, but it also makes sense to work with the people who are building your work and the people who are drawing your work and on top of the clients. So working in a company that does everything just makes things a little bit better. Jeff and Chris seem like people who are They care about the people who work for them. They want to make sure we're happy. They want to make sure that, you know, we like coming into work. They understand work-life balance. Everyone's great. Everyone works together. We're all a team.